What's going on, Dirty Laundry family? Just sitting here. Let me drop a quick video. I want to talk about the first time, the first and only time that I met Biggie Smalls.
She is far from a chump. I love to dump. I'm so rough I got crisscross jump. I like the beats that thump. The Cherokee, the Pathfinder Jeeps. Peace to Fulton Street when I compete. MCs take flight like Clyde the Glide Drexler. Tryna flex, I suplex ya. It's me, you know my pedigree. Rhymes and beats so fat, we can mess with Dick Gregory. Who got props like Biggie Smalls got props. Nobody hops. Nobody drops words off the top of the head. My metaphors are sharp like cheddar cheese, blowing them seeds out with ease. Homie, please, I like to maximums and accurate. Your girl butt cheeks, I'm smacking her. MCs have a hard time believing I'm marked for death, hard to kill like Steven. Bad boy in the house.
What's going on, Dirty Laundry family? Just sitting here. Let me drop a quick video. I want to talk about the first time, the first and only time that I met Biggie Smalls. And I met Biggie Smalls in 1993 during the taping of Teen Summit over at BET. This was when BET was located in Washington, D.C. And Teen Summit was a show that came on every Saturday morning or every Saturday afternoon around 12 noon, maybe 11, 12 noon, whatever the case may be. But every week, Teen Summit, they would come on. I can't remember the name of the host right now, but they would talk about issues that affected the youth, and they would also provide entertainment. Every show was usually closed with a musical guest. The day I was there, I believe the musical guest who closed the show was Black Moon. Again, remember this was 1993, and Who Got the Props was hot right at that time. Biggie Smalls was also on the rise, and he didn't close the show, but he opened the show with a freestyle that day. Biggie was there with Puffy, and opened the show with a freestyle. Before the show began, a few of us was moving around. Me and my guys was moving around, trying to politic, trying to see who we could meet, trying to see who was who. Marley Marl was there. Dallas Austin was there with Illegal. They were doing the taping for another show. Some record execs from Epic Records. I can't remember the name off the top of the head, but a few people was in the building. We were there with our demo tapes, me and my rap group. We were the Commandos at the time. There was a 3-man group, but 4 of us had made the trip, but only 3 of us actually arrived. There was a situation that happened along the way in Pennsylvania where we got pulled over, got profiled, 4 black youths driving in the car through Pennsylvania heading east. So we got pulled over, and one of my group members, Oz, he thought he had warrants upstate New York in Binghamton, where he used to live. Originally from Newark. Oswald Shabazz, we called him Oz. And Bahi Shabazz, his brother, was also in the group. He was also in the car. It was their brother, Suleiman, who had plugged us in to be able to sit in on the segment on BET because his girlfriend worked as an intern over at BET at the time. So, we're making our way, excited, making moves, riding from Ohio, Dayton, Ohio to Washington, D.C., of course, to make the taping for the show. I think we were traveling maybe Thursday, Friday early, because once we got pulled over and My man Oz thought he had the warrant in Binghamton. Still never found out whether he had the warrant or not. My man thought he had the warrant in Binghamton, and he ended up giving his brother's name. He had a brother named Tabari who was back in Dayton, and he figured that was a good name to give because Tabari wouldn't have any warrants. But come to find out, he gave Tabari's name, and Tabari had some warrants over in Jersey. So, long story short, they locked him up. He had a small amount of weed in his boot, and we were hoping they didn't find it because they brought the dogs out, and they had the bags all stretched out on all sides of the highway. They brought the dogs out, had the dogs sniffing, and I think they smelled, the marijuana somewhere, but they didn't hit on the bags. So they let us, keep our bags, but they took the rental car because I was driving and the rental car wasn't in my name. It was in my two homies, the brothers, Oz and B.I.G, was in their sister's name. She rented us the car, and we neglected to put myself down as a driver. We were just in a hurry. We were trying to cut corners, and minor detail we didn't attend to. So they said, "Oh, we're gonna take the car." Even though the car wasn't reported stolen, they were just looking for any reason to delay us or deny us. And so, long story short, we took a cab to the station, try to see what they're gonna do with our guy. When we get to the station, they told him to kick off his boots, and they found the weed. So once they figured out that he wasn't his brother, and he didn't have a warrant for his arrest in Binghamton, they proceeded to lock him up for the weekend for the small amount of marijuana that he had. So we stayed overnight in this small town. I believe it was Bellhaven. I can't remember the name. Bellhaven or something. This was 1993, April. So we go get a hotel room thinking that we may be able to get Oz out on some sort of bond. It was just a small amount of marijuana. But they said, "Look, your guy's going to be down for the weekend." So we reached out to our peoples, let everybody know what was going on. And they said, "Look, you guys got to keep going. You got to keep going to D.C. You got to make the show." We were, debating, should we wait here for our mans to go to court Monday, or should we try to make this show? Because we were trying to get in. We were trying to get in the game. And we made the decision. We said we need to make this trip. So I think the next time he called, or we was able to finagle a phone call with him, we said, "Look, bro, we're going to keep moving, and we're going to come back for you after the show." And he didn't like that. Oz pitched a bitch about that. And I know how he felt. I can imagine how he felt. But we said, "Look, bro, we have to complete the mission. We got a man down. You're not out. We're going to double back for you, bro." So we push. And I think we took a Chinese bus from that town over to Pittsburgh. And from Pittsburgh, we took a bus to D.C. We got on the Greyhound. And I believe we arrived Saturday morning, maybe 3 in the morning. 3, 4 in the morning. So we was amped. My man's brother come pick us up from the bus station, bring us back to the crib. We didn't sleep for the rest of the night. And so in the morning, BET sends a car for us to come take us to the station. So, we felt pretty important that we had car service, got us to the venue, and, we had our outfits on, and we were all looking uniform. Like I said, it was me, myself, it was B.I.G, Oz, who was locked up, and it was a fourth man. I can't remember this guy's name. Maybe his name was Lamont or somebody who I knew from school. I was going to school at Wright State University, and I met him at school. And being that Oz used to always hang at the school with me, he met the guy, and he started hanging around us, and I guess they took a liking to him. And I thought I liked the guy too, but turned out that to me he just wasn't a real dude. But anyway, long story short, that's why I don't remember his name. But we all had our outfits on. We had our, baggy jeans, Timberlands. I think we had like flannel lumberjack style, long sleeve button-ups with vests on over them. And to kind of make our look unique, we all started wearing the old school leather suede wine pouch. And I remember these because I got the idea from my dad had one for years. My mom used to have them as well. And, as I grew up, and they would, I would always look at these, like these were some strange looking little wine skins, but I thought they looked rugged. And at the time, in '93, everybody was, trying to be rugged. Who could be the most rugged? You had DOS Effects coming out the sewer. You had Redman. You had a lot of guys, Onyx, who was representing that grimy, So we said, hey, we want to complete our look. But anyway, you'll see the pouch in the clip. I had the pouch on. It was hanging over my right side, my left side. But anyway, so we make it to my man's crib. We up all night telling the story, rehashing all of the events. The car comes pick us up, and we go to the BET, so we moving around. Prior to going, a friend of mine, my dad's Big Bell, Kenny Bellamy, from Brooklyn, from Brevoort, he worked at Def Jam for years as a bodyguard. So, I would go talk to him when I was in the city and meet him over at the Def Jam or Rush Management studio, or Rush Management office, somewhere in Lower Manhattan. I can't remember the name of the street, Barrack Street. There was a Rush Management office there. But anyway, prior to us going, I reached out to Bell, said, look, Bell, I know he lived in D.C. area, so I was like, I'm going to be in D.C. and going to be politicking over at BET, and Marley Marl's going to be there. Somebody told me Marley Marl was going to be there. So he's like, oh, I know Marley, tell Marley you my nephew, yada, yada, yada. So when we got there, first person I looked for was Marley Marl. He was in the green room. Let him hear our demo. Told him who I was. I was Kenny Bellamy's nephew. And he embraced me with open arms, listened to me and my guys, listened to our tape, do it right in his Walkman. It's like, cool. Gave me the contact number, was like, reach out, after this was over with. And, we'll see what we can do. So, Black Moon running around, and they had some guys from Brooklyn with them. Some straight off the block guys. You could tell the vibes. They was excited to be there. They wondering who we were, like who are these guys? It was a few guys there who were unknown. We were definitely unknown. Biggie at one time was posted up in the hallway by himself in the corner, just posted up. So it was like, yo, that's Biggie Smalls, yada yada yada. He's with Puffy, yada yada yada. So not really familiar with his music at the time. I never really had heard any of his music. Like, I was in Ohio, so I hadn't gotten wind of Biggie of any of his music yet, but I think I just heard the name. And then he was with Puffy, and Bad Boy was something new. So I knew that I needed to get to Puff. So I tried to holler at Big. Heard he was from Brooklyn, so that's how I hit him. Like, yo, kid, what's good? From BK, me too. From Bed-Stuy, me too. Yada yada yada. So we hit it off, chopped it up for a few minutes, and then when I hit him with the I got the demo tape. Was like, nah, B, like, I can't do nothing with that. Puff handle all of that. So, I can't even do nothing with that. So, he respectfully declined to take my demo. And, I took it like a man, walked off. But that was me. I was at everybody. Whatever it was, whoever it was. We ran into Ice Cube, Lynch Mob. We ran into the Dog Pound, Snoop Dogg, Suge Knight and them. I'm gonna get into all these stories. But this clip I ran across on YouTube, and I hadn't seen this clip in years, of Biggie Smalls freestyling. Opened up the show with a freestyle, fucking up, he fucked up like 2 or 3 times to the point where he would come out and just straight forget his rhymes. He would start up, then he would stop. To the point where Puff was like, fuck it, man, fuck it, yo, don't even do the shit. Don't even do the shit. If you can't get your rhymes right, just don't even do it. So he was like, you could tell, he's like, let me try it again. And on this last take, he came out and he got it off. You know what I'm saying? We started clapping. I think us clapping helped him out, you know what I'm saying, helped him stay on groove or whatever the case may be. But I'm sure he was nervous because everybody was looking dead at you, like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? So the gate came up, the little garage door came up on the set, and he popped out and started rhyming. And you know, he was spitting hard at the time. It was '93. I thought he had a few bars. You know, that last bar was a couple of bars, and I thought was pretty heavy. But again, you know, it was a wild experience. Being right there, that close to who would become one of the greatest to ever do it, you know, and to be in his presence, to have dapped him up and had some conversation with him, you know, about this music thing that we both loved at the time. So something I'll never forget, and something I relive in my head every now and then. So I just wanted to get that off, you know what I mean? Share this with you, and this is what we're doing, you know. I'm 48 years old, and I got a lot of memories, a lot of stories, so this was one I thought I might want to, you know, share with my Dirty Laundry media family. But yeah, so I got the footage, and you know, I wish I had footage from the battles that I had with Corrupt, Daz, and the Dog Pound Massive in a hotel room in Dayton, Ohio back in '93 as well. But I'll get into that story a little later. And I actually saw when Snoop had his podcast, radio show, whatever the case may be, he was on there with Corrupt one night. And they were describing a battle, because the thing was, if you wanted to get on Death Row, you had to battle Corrupt. So when we ran into Snoop and Dre, and they heard our demo, the first thing they said was, we got to take y'all guys to meet the Dog Pound, because they was feeling what we was coming with. So they was like, yo, y'all like the hottest dudes we done ran across on tour. Got to get y'all to the Dog Pound. Took us upstairs to the room. I'm gonna get into that story later. But yeah, just wanted to hit y'all with this quick story. Get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the clip and about the story. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, I appreciate you. I'm trying to hit 700. I'm like stuck right at 690. Trying to get over that 700 mark. Hopefully we can get a little more consistent. Get up to 1,000. And I consider that a major milestone. So yeah. But yeah, just checking in real quick with that story and the clip. I'll let you guys later. Get ready to watch this Mike Tyson fight.